For the last few days, there's been rumours which I chose not to report on because they were clearly just nonsense to get you to click, because fear and Tesla and people click. And now the clickbaiters have been proven to look like idiots. They are idiots, and this is why. A bunch of investors in Tesla are having a little sook, they're having a little whine, a little cry. They're saying, Elon, please, Elon, can you tell everyone this isn't true? We're feeling very unsure of ourselves. Come on. You all know it isn't true. You all know that when the media makes claims like this, at the same exact time as sales figures coming out proving those claims are false, that the claims are very clearly false. Why do you need Elon Musk to confirm that for you? Well, I don't think he's going to do it, so I will. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. My name's Sam Evans, and I'm coming to you from Melbourne in Australia. And yes, 50% of my stock portfolio is invested in Tesla. So, hey, I understand. I do understand the emotions behind this whole scenario, right? I understand. But you need to keep in mind, if you invest in Tesla stock, you have to accept the fact the media are going to come after you. It's going to feel like they're going to come after you anyway. That's what the media does. Tesla, anything negative about Tesla, people click on it like wildfire. That will never change. It's been the case for years. It's not about to change anytime soon. It's not about to change if Elon Musk says something confirming something is wrong. People will still argue against it. They'll still make clickbait. That will be the same way for at least the next decade. So if you invest in Tesla, you have to accept that that's going to be the status quo. That's going to happen. The media, big oil, other car companies, China, they will all attack Tesla. They are doing that right now. That's just the reality that we live in. So what am I talking about? American media and Chinese media, both of which I think would need a little spank on the bum for continually lying, have claimed that Tesla will cut production by 20%. That's a big figure in December because they don't have enough demand. Just hours before Tesla's announcement of over 100,000 vehicles being built in China in the month of November, which is nearly a 100% increase compared to the same month the previous year. Several media outlets, including Chinese ones, which I believe might have been the source of this rumor, reported the company was weighing its options to trim output at the China plant by 20% in December. Now, initially, the rumor was they were weighing the options. Then the rumor changed, of course, by the media who are desperate. Because why? Well, for example, a lot of you guys come to YouTube to get your news, and they don't like that. They're not getting the clicks, so they'll say anything to get you to go and read their nonsense. Though they changed it, in particular, Chinese media outlets changed it to say Tesla is going to cut production. Not considering it, they're now going to. The Tesla China production cut rumors began last Friday when Rob Mara of Tesla Podcast said that the company was considering cutting production by roughly 4,500 vehicles per week, beginning on the 11th of December, which would actually mean that they wouldn't be cutting production by 20%, wouldn't it? If you think about it, there's 20 days left in the month. And if they cut them by 4,500 per week, that would be less than 20%. It would actually be about 16%. Anyhow, facts aside, no one wants to hear the facts, do they? Mara said the news came from a reliable source, but that it had not been verified by a second source. And it was possible it could be untrue. Now, I don't think he should have reported this in the first place. That's my take. In fact, it's kind of like stock manipulation. He knows if he makes a comment like this, Tesla's stock price will go down. Maybe we should check his stock records and see if he bought stock at the time. Bloomberg said, citing people familiar with the matter, that Tesla was set to trim production target by 20% across the plant, basically repeating what he said, but changing it to being a definitive statement. And the reason now was because there's not enough demand. In its report on the situation, Reuters stated that the Model Y production at the plant would be trimmed by 20%. So was this true? Well, no, very clearly it wasn't. For starters, after these rumors, we then saw production numbers of 100,000 vehicles. So Tesla chose not to trim production in November. It made enough vehicles to hit a run rate of 1.2 million cars per year. The facts would show you there is enough demand. For example, Tesla's sales figures in Norway. It was the best-selling car in Norway. period by a million miles. More than twice as many Tesla Model Ys were sold as the second best-selling car in Norway. But there is clearly enormous amounts of demand for the Tesla Model Y all across Europe. Many countries around the world where you still have to wait a significant amount of time for a Chinese-made Tesla Model Y. Secondly, Tesla in China denied that these rumors were true. They said it's false. And third, let's think about it this way. Tesla has reduced the price of its vehicles in China, right? You can get a Tesla Model Y for about $40,000 US. You can get a Model 3 for about $36,000 US. Imagine if they sold them for those prices, plus say, I don't know, a few percent for shipping costs, right? In other countries around the world. Imagine if they sold them all around in many of the countries that get Chinese-made vehicles at those prices, plus just the shipping cost. That's it. How many do you think they'd sell then? Do you think they could sell 500,000 a month? I think they could. Realistically, that sounds crazy. I think they could. There is plenty of demand at the right price. That's the only question. Now, here's an example of the right price. In Germany, the Tesla Model Y is cheaper than most variants of the Volkswagen ID.3. Do you think many people would prefer an ID.3 or a Model Y? Let's be realistic. Volkswagen still hasn't worked out how to fix the software problems in the ID.3. Customers are pretty well aware of that. Some of them are still buying an ID.3 anyway. Does that tell you that there's a lack of demand for electric cars in Europe? I don't think so. People are willing to accept subpar product like that because there's massive demand for electric cars. It's not going to stop anytime soon just because big oil, some person who loves to talk about Tesla and get clicks and he wants you to hear about him and hear his name, the media and the Chinese media want you to believe that is the case. Clearly it's not. I stand by that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.